So yesterday I played my first Mario Kart World competitive event, and I want to show you a few races from that, and I want to explain the improvement mindset and where I'm at right now. So Away Oasis starts off pretty well. I start with triple mushrooms, and I can use this to get to the front of the pack. I see triple green, so I decide not to take any of the rails, and I pull a mushroom behind my triple mushrooms. So I can use these 3 mushrooms to get into the front and have a mushroom in first. But I panic and I waste mushrooms and I lose a whole bunch of time, which is going to end up costing me in the long run. The options now is to go around the shortcut and let somebody else take the blue, and I can have a mushroom in first or second after the fact. Or I can shroom up and be in first right now, and I decide to take the latter, and I am in first with triple bananas, which is a pretty solid position, and I can get a breakaway with this. But you were about to see my mistakes punch me in the face because I fall off the top path right here, and the blue shell is out. And I get blue shelled off the track, which is not ideal. This could have been prevented in many ways that I've already mentioned, but it is important to keep my composure because anything could happen because this is Mario Kart. And sure enough, my saving grace comes to the rescue and I get a shock. My goal with this shock is to shock everyone after the last set, so I can target shock people, and also I am the only one that can take the shortcut. But I panic and I fail in the off-road, and I use my shock and I use my mushrooms to get out of the off-road, which ends up costing me a lot of points. I still get 5th, but it could have been so much better if I just didn't make these mistakes. So I decided after the event to go practice all of the shortcuts, and I can now say that Away Oasis is one of my best tracks. And that's what it takes to improve. When you make mistakes like this, you gotta go back after the event and practice the tracks that you did bad on. And I can confidently say that now I will do very well on Away Oasis whenever it comes up next time. And next up is Wario Stadium, and I want to talk about something with this. Everyone goes for the strat, and basically everyone fails it. You can see I am in first here for a good while after I fail, so that means if I just got this strat, I could have been gone in first. I will admit I was nervous in this event, and that affected my confidence greatly. Confidence and consistency is one of the most important things in Mario Kart, and I did not have the confidence that I could make this shortcut. But if I was confident enough and I had practiced it enough, I could have gotten in first and I could have ran for free. And my confidence also affected my item play. I kind of just hold my mushrooms for no reason and I just lose for it. But all I can do is evolve and adapt after the fact, review my mistakes, and practice to get better. I still get a pretty good race here, but it could have been so much better. I could be on 30 points right now if I just had the confidence and practice. And we can actually see that on Bowser's Castle. And I come out swinging on Bowser's Castle, because I'm able to get up on the rail and I nail the shortcut. And me and Gyarados are the only 2 that nail the shortcut. This is a very hard game in terms of shortcuts, which means that nailing them makes it all the more satisfying, and a lot of people will fail these shortcuts. So it makes it just that much more rewarding if you are consistent and confident in your abilities. Me and Gyarados just kind of run this in top 2 for the rest of the event, and Gyarados is much more better at this track than me, and I also failed some shortcuts. I figured out that the items are slightly distance based because I got a bullet bill in 2nd place. And you can see how confidence and practice actually pays off, especially whenever we go over to Boo Cinema. I go wide for a box at the beginning of Boo Cinema, and since it's a simple track, I am confident that I can make something work here. And as I'm driving, I'm just kind of hoping that things work out and I can be in a top position. I don't know what happened to these people at the double item box, but I am now in 3rd with a mushroom. And I don't know why, but this guy snipes out Gyarados with a green shell, but I'm not complaining because I am now in 2nd place with a mushroom. And we are just chilling in top 2 for basically the rest of the race. But 3rd place has a very high chance of pulling triple red shells. And I see that whenever I use my back camera, and I try to go wide, but he reds me anyway. But it is important to keep composure in these situations, and that is exactly what I do. The game blesses me up with a ghost, and my goal is to try to hold this for as long as possible and predict the shock. But a Mega Mushroom ruins my plans, and I just have to use the ghost. But this is no problem, I just have to hope for a good item at the next item set. And I end up pulling another ghost, which is very good because I end up stealing a golden mushroom, which helps me get into the front, and I just end up in 3rd place. And you can see how consistency and confidence on a track makes such a huge difference. The rest of the races are more of the same stuff, but I want to take a look at how to improve at basically anything. Confidence and consistency is the key. And the way to gain this confidence and consistency is by time trialing. After the event, I decided to go practice, not specifically just time trialing, but even practicing the shortcuts on Away Oasis, and time trialing on Wario Stadium so I don't fail the strat again, and whenever I get in that situation next time, I can just get a free run in first place. And this is essentially how you improve. You time trial, you play an event, see what you did wrong, and correct your mistakes and practice accordingly. After I finish all of the time trials, I am still going to be using time trials to practice stuff that I failed in previous events. You can never practice too much and you can never be too consistent. And that's what it takes to be a great Mario Kart player. I will make more traditional competitive Mario Kart videos, and I will put the link to this full event in the description. It'll be an unlisted video, so if you want to watch that, go to the description. But anyway, if you want to see more content from me, make sure to like and subscribe, because I am not quitting this game anytime soon.